If someone asked you what the deadliest mountain in the world is, your mind would instantly race toward towering giants Mount Everest, K2, or perhaps within the United States. Names like Denali, Mount Rainier, or Mount Hood. These are mountains whose dangerous reputations are already etched into our imagination's snow-covered peaks, deep crevasses, and deadly climbing routes. But the real danger often hides where we fail to recognize it. A mountain that looks ordinary, modest in height, and one you can even reach by car or train, could turn out to be the deadliest of them all. This is the story of Mount Washington, a name that sounds calm and yet hides a storm-filled nightmare within. Standing at just 6,288 feet, Mount Washington doesn't appear intimidating at first glance. Across the western United States, there are hundreds of peaks that are 2 or even 3 times taller. But the real danger here isn't about height, it's about conditions. That's exactly why this seemingly small mountain has claimed lives for decades. Most people who arrive here believe they're about to embark on a simple light adventure that rewards them with breathtaking views after a bit of effort. But the moment they begin their ascent, everything starts to change. The weather shifts without warning. The winds begin to rise, and within just a few hours, what seemed like a harmless journey transforms into a brutal fight between life and death. The most terrifying part is that Mount Washington doesn't warn you in advance. It's not a mountain that looks dangerous from afar. There are no massive glaciers or terrifying cliffs to scare people away. And that is precisely its greatest trick. It deceives you with its simplicity. People arrive unprepared, underestimating what lies ahead, and by the time conditions turn deadly, it's already too late. Just 2 hours, that's all it can take for an ordinary hiker to find themselves in a situation where turning back becomes nearly impossible. But the true horror of Mount Washington doesn't lie in its height or its trails, it lies in its weather. It is considered one of the most extreme weather locations on Earth. The winds here are not just strong, they are violent. In 1934, a wind speed of 231 miles per hour was recorded at its summit, powerful enough to tear apart even well-built structures. And this wasn't a one. Storm-force winds occur here nearly 1/3 of the year, and in winter, conditions can turn ferocious almost every other day, as if an invisible force is relentlessly shaking the mountain to its core. Imagine starting your hike on a calm morning. The sky is clear, the sun is gentle, and everything feels perfectly normal. But within a short time, the wind shifts. The temperature begins to drop. Clouds suddenly gather, and in a matter of minutes, you find yourself trapped in a violent storm where even breathing becomes a struggle. The wind grows so strong that standing upright feels impossible. And then comes the real danger, the wind chill. When freezing temperatures combine with powerful winds, your body loses heat at a terrifying rate. Within minutes, numbness sets in. Your fingers stop responding, your thoughts slow down, and your ability to make decisions begins to fade.
Yeah, and the snow's
This is exactly what has happened to many. They believed they could handle it, that it was just a passing storm, that they would descend safely in time. But Mount Washington does not forgive such illusions. There is no room for error here. One wrong step, one poor decision, and you could become a permanent part of the mountain. History is filled with stories of people who ventured here unprepared and never returned. Some lost their way, some froze to death, others were thrown off balance by the relentless winds and fell into fatal terrain. The most chilling truth is that many of them were experienced hikers, people who understood mountains, but underestimated this one. The true terror of Mount Washington lies in its unpredictability. The weather here cannot be trusted. Clear skies can turn into blinding snowstorms within minutes, and once you are up there, you have nowhere to hide and no easy escape. It's just you, and the raw, unforgiving force of nature that can end everything in an instant. And perhaps that's what makes this mountain so deadly. It doesn't scare you, it reassures you. It gives you confidence, and the moment you trust it, that's when it reveals its true nature. So the next time you think about dangerous mountains, don't judge them by their height alone. Because sometimes, the smallest looking threat can be the deadliest of all. And Mount Washington stands as one of the most terrifying examples of that truth.